Welcome back everyone to another episode of Pokemon Legends Z to A, and this is the post-game content after we already had saved Lumos. Last episode we had just came from completing a bunch of the ZA Royale matches, and we faced Tawny at the end, and surprisingly we got her backstory. So told us to stop by Hotel Z, and this is where we're at. So let's go see what this. Who's in here? A being that gives and a being that takes. Oh God, it's L. Both actions are vital to maintaining balance, but excess either could destroy it. My memories remain vague and distinct, yet there is one thing I know. Long ago I tried to give too much. My good deed saw no reward. I wallowed in despair and resentment. I decided to take everything for myself instead. Then came Zygarde, a being that seeks to correct excess, to find moderation, to restore balance. I can only imagine that's why it would save me, the one who fired that built me. Now I must ask something of you. Battle me, so I may see who truly are as a trainer. Okay. Let's do this. Prepare to battle me? I guess so. Once believed that victory was the only meaning to be found from battle. I am certain that I will enjoy battling you. Okay. Oh. Open his left eye. Managed by Pokemon Trainer L. It's a high roar. There we go. Excellent. I can feel the fire of your convictions burning deep within your heart. Thanks, Al. This is why we battle to reach understanding. Trainer to trainer, trainer to Pokemon, and Pokemon to Pokemon. I suppose this is why AZ like you wished for the ZA Royale to resume. 5 years ago, a group of children stood against me in defiance. If I tried to understand them, perhaps I would never have fired the ultimate weapon. Where's Zygarde? Zygarde. How curious. They meant you to beckon you to the tower. That much is what I can intuit from my experience working with Zygarde. At once with you at the fateful place, I cannot say. No. What's up? You battle Zygarde? What? Okay. Let's do it. Vaping he is. Got it here. Again. Yeah. Do this. Let's go. Ooh. Oh god. Oh my god, I caught Zygarde? Nice. Booyah! So this legendary Pokemon has joined forces with the mightiest trainer in Lumiose. Lumiose. The thought of you two combining your power gives me hope for the future of this city. You should have this. It will allow Zygarde to change his form. Oh, Zygarde Cube. Cool. You have to freely switch Zygarde between its 10 and 50% form. Oh, it drops half. Okay. Alright, let's read. Zygarde has 3 different forms, 10, 50, and complete. You can use Zygarde Cube to freely switch between Zygarde between its 10 and 50. If its HP drops half or less during battle, Zygarde will change into its complete form. In this form, all Zygarde cores and Zygarde cells have gathered, increasing Zygarde's stats significantly. Zygarde can Mega Evolve only when it's in complete form. When Zygarde becomes Mega Zygarde, its core enforcer move transforms into Nihilite. Nice. When Zygarde used up its strength protecting Pokemon from the light of the ultimate weapon, its parts scattered to far off places, absorbing the power of those lands and seeking humans who would give it aid. Now that I think of it, moves that Zygarde used when it Mega Evolved that remind me of Z moves, like those used in the Alola region. Ooh. But perhaps I'm reading too much into it. Now it falls to me to ponder. What should I do with these 3,000 years I must live? Something you want to do? Only fair. Not an answer I will be finding anyone but my own self. I know one thing. This day I yearn to create a more beautiful world and I will yearn for it forever. I once thought that we could achieve the world by fulfilling the materials needs of everyone. Now I know it's not so simple. An old proverb says, it's good to feed the hungry, but better to teach them how to feed themselves. I had focused solely on what I believed the world needed, yet I lost sight of how to make it so that you can truly further. Thanks to what you and your Pokemon have done together, I have learned my lesson well. It is an outlandish and far beyond my reach, but 3,000 years' time? Perhaps I can make it real. Much like AZ wandered far and wide across the world in search of Floette, I shall travel across vast reaches in search of ways to create the world I yearn for. People manage to meet, it is a gift. Even living in the same time and place is no guarantee. The fact that we and so many others met and banded together to make Lumiose a better place, something we should treasure. Barring some great change, I doubt we'll meet again, but I will carry these lessons with me. Au revoir, young friend. Hi, Al. Nice. Okay. Guess I have finished the game. Alright, you guys. I guess the game's done. I will jump into playing some of the DLC sometime soon, and then maybe jump into also playing Leaf Green, and we'll see where it goes from there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you liked the whole series. It was a fun game for me and I enjoyed it, and it looks like it tied up a lot of loose ends. I was not expecting that, so at least it's finished. Now we'll see what the DLC gives us. I'll see you guys on the next one, alright? This is Brucer from Grothy Cat Gamers, and I'm out. Bye-bye.